It's just a little splinter. I mean, how bad could it... Oh, merciful Neptune. Ah, okay. No problem. No problem. Problem solved.
His newest, just despicable movie, the Kim Possible movie. Because Kim Possible is, believe it or not, literally my favorite cartoon ever. I'm not talking about anime, I'm just saying cartoon. It's that, like, it's always been, like, my favorite cartoon. I loved Kim Possible. It was, like, my favorite cartoon growing up. I love, so, basically meaning, I grew up with this cartoon, so this cartoon is important to me, which means it's nostalgic. So, this movie's nostalgic to me because it's my generation stuff, and they just threw it into a blender and hit puree. Let me tell you the one thing I actually liked about this movie. I liked Ron Stoppable. Okay, like I liked what they did with him. I liked him a little bit, but his voice was really weird. Like I don't know what he was trying to do. Like if he was trying to sound really like he was trying to sound like he was going through puberty. I don't know. But he was like the character I think was done the best, if that makes sense, because wow. Something about this movie that was weird is the scenery looked like it did in the show. Like it, like the house was like exactly, and then Bueno Nacho was awesome, and the high school even looked like they tried so hard to make it look like it, but that's as far as they went with trying to keep the spirit of this cartoon alive, buddy, let me tell you. The only part that was like true to everything besides the scenery was that little opening credit scene thing they did, which was weird because this is a movie, not a show, but they still did it, and I thought that was kind of weird, but that was like the best like interpretation of whatever. And then none of this stuff actually makes it into the movie, which is so... Her costume is horrible. It's cute, it's really cute, but not for Kim Possible. Kim Possible had to have on the cargo-y pant things with her belly out, and it was awesome, okay? It was awesome, okay? It's what we wanted. I know it's like a very 2000s look, but that's her costume. And you made everyone mad by not even putting her in her costume. Skip around because the naked mole rat looked like a pink eraser that you get for school. The CGI in that thing was horrible. This is a Disney Channel original movie, but you can make She Goes Fire look decent. You can make a naked mole rat, you know, not look like an eraser. But, and Rufus was barely in this movie at all. Whatever. Let's talk about Wade. What was wrong with him? Everyone liked him because he was chubby. He was always eating food, and he was just like this recluse guy who helped Kim out. And now they got the kid from Raven's Home, which I think he's a good actor, and I like Raven's Home. Yes, I love my Disney Channel spin-off series. It's great. But he's not... I wanted my chubby mom basement Wade, like in the cartoon. That's what we wanted. And he's touching screens like they all do in movies now, and it's so stupid looking. Like, this technology to do all this now, okay, but you don't have the technology to like find how to get to the school the fastest. That's a problem later on in this, and they have trouble like finding their way around the school. But we have technology where we can touch the screen in midair like we are Iron Man. Just stick with the normal computer in his mom's basement. This kid isn't a millionaire. He's not gonna be able to afford all this stuff. They don't have the little, you know, beep 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 beep, which I kind of didn't think they would because it's very 2000s, but it was part of the show. We wanted a very 2000s show. We wanted that because that's what we grew up with, the 2000s, not this new millennial crap. I know this movie wasn't made for me, but it was made of something I love, so it was kind of made to punch me in the face is what it was. But instead it comes out of her necklace, which wasn't that bad, but it looked stupid as hell because she's supposed to keep things a secret, and you have this big thing. We're going all out of order here because I'm just on a rant. Then we had Dr. Draken. Dr. Draken and Shigo. Oh god, Shigo wasn't that bad. Dr. Draken, oh my god. He had a villain Instagram, guys. And then he got drunk on milk. I swear this happened. And he was such a bumbling idiot. He did duck face. He did duck face. Shiga looked okay. She wasn't really that bad. I mean, her acting was pretty close to what Shiga would be. But Shiga was a little meaner and less sarcastic. But, you know, that one didn't, I could deal with that because Shiga wasn't that bad. Also, you know, you remember Monique from the original show? It was Kim's best friend. Well, yeah, she doesn't exist in this one because Ron is her only best friend. Well, like the Bueno Nacho, which I always wanted to go to as a kid, I still do. That looked awesome, and they did a good job about that. Like, I liked that. That was nice. Like, that looked... If they would have done more, like how they tried to put the scenery into the real life world, then it would have been so much, like, they would have tried. Because they didn't try at all. They got the characters, and they got the scenery, and they wrote down a crappy script that could have been in any movie ever. Another big deal. Did you know there's no cheerleading in this movie? This high school doesn't have a cheerleading team. The big plot of the original cartoon, she's a cheerleader that fights crime. The biggest part of the original show and movies. And there's no cheerleading in this school. None at all. Instead it's soccer, and I'm like, okay, and then she can't even get on the soccer team. So she has to like wash their clothes, and I'm like, what was that change? Huh? Why? Because they basically made Kim a big loser in this, and everyone was picking on her. And I'm like, but in this world that they made, everyone knows she's Kim Possible. He's live streaming. He's live streaming their missions, and he's saying, hey guys, we solved a crime last night. We saved the world. He's telling people he's doing this. In the original cartoon, it was nice because no one knew they did this. It was a big deal. They had to keep secrets. And it wasn't like a big deal. In this one, they're basically YouTubers. And they save the world a little bit. No, they save the world. They actually, like, do. But, what? So everyone in this world knows she's Kim Possible. And that she actually saves the world. Like, everyone knows. Her parents know, everyone knows. And they don't even try to stop her. They just, whatever. So they don't even know about this. But, people still pick on her. People are gonna pick on the girl who beats up people as a hobby. Okay, no. This film is not centered in reality. It wants to be taken seriously, but no one's gonna make fun of the girl who beats people down for fun. It in this anyway, especially Bonnie, and I hated Bonnie. I didn't like her in the original cartoon, and I didn't like her in this movie. Our main conflict in this movie is around this girl Athena. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We had all of these amazing villains from the original cartoon, but no, we're gonna put in one that did not exist. Okay. So we're doing that. And I remember that one episode a long time ago. I don't remember it very clearly because I haven't watched this show since I was probably like, you know, like 10. Or when this show actually aired on Disney Channel. So it's been a while. But I remember an awesome episode where, I don't remember who created them. Probably it was Dr. Garak. And he created an army of blonde metal robots, I believe. And it was awesome. And they had like laser eyes. How much cooler would that have been? Athena is a robot, but you don't know that. But she's so obviously the bad guy, it should just be written all over her face. That was all, I'm Kim's biggest fan. And then immediate switch. I was playing you. I'm evil. I'm a robot. And then switch again. I'm dying now. Kim, help me. Okay, and then we thought she actually died, which I thought was, you know, Disney. And was like, oh, you actually did it. You killed off a character. And then they find her head at the end. And I'm like, oh, okay, so we just did a fake out for 10 seconds. The plot of this movie. Get ready for this one, guys. The big counter issue is Kim gets jealous of Athena. Yes, our hero gets jealous because she's not the best at crime fighting. Saving the world doesn't matter if you're not the best. This is our Kim Possible, everyone. Yes, she is mad because it's not the best thing ever. She is not the best at saving the world. She's mad because she's not the only one saving people's lives. This is our hero, everybody. Jealousy. She also has a chance to get Athena taken because she doesn't hand her the staff. Of course, this was probably a, part of the plan anyway, and they were gonna like do something if she did do this, but we didn't know that, and neither did she. She tries to do something with the staff. She falls on her face, and everyone laughs at her. Everyone laughs at Kim Possible. Once again, they're in the middle of an auditorium, and people are trying to kill them and kidnap one of their students. And they laugh at her while there's all this crap going around, because it's hilarious that the hero fell on her face. We have to laugh at it, even though we might die and there's two supervillains right in front of our face. We're gonna laugh at her because, that's the smart thing to do. The person who's trying to save us, we're gonna laugh in her face. So unrealistic. This movie wants to be taken seriously, but it's written like a slapstick comedy. Things that work in cartoons don't work in movies, like I think I said that earlier. But guess what they do? Guess what they do? All this crap in this entire, all this, they have these random flips that look like stupid, and I know they're done on wires. I'm sure this girl who played Kim is very talented, but all of this stuff is so fake. It's like all wires. It's the fakest thing ever. What an example. Very cheesy, but likable. You can do cheese, but it has to be likable. It has to be cheddar, okay? It can't be brie. Disney, you're brie. You were turning into brie. Another thing, her parents acted like idiots. I swear. There's, in the show how they're like scientists and they're really smart. Yeah, forget all that, because now we've got a mom who's a feminist, and the dad is the one cooking, and I swear that they try to push that in a Kim Possible live action movie. Instead of making them, I don't know, equally smart to prove that men and women are equal. No, let's just make the man dumb like a woman and make the woman smarter than the man. Don't people realize that doesn't help people think girls are the same as boys? That makes them bring notice to it, and then you're like, oh, you have to like push the man down this far to make sure they're equal. Like, what the freak is that? Supergirl. Sorry. It's just irritating because they had these characters and they were like, Kim is already the feminist of this show. You don't need to add in another one. And then her twin brothers, you know how they're always pulling pranks and they're really smart. Well, I think they had like 10 seconds of screen time in this movie that I remember. So, yeah, there's that. Also, every villain acts cartoony. Like, they act like they're still in a cartoon. And I'm like, okay, cartoon villains, that's part of cartoons. That they're cheesy. I want to take over the world, Like, of course you do. That's you're a villain. But they can't bring that into real life and expect it to be the same way. You know what I mean? Like, there was a guy trying to take over the world with sparkly glitter glue. I swear this is a plot point. And he talks with the most racist accent. I don't even know what he was trying to do. It was so offensive. I don't know if he was Russian or if he was German, but it was something, and he was trying to really put that out there. I mean, all he needed was a bottle of vodka. And I'm coming back to the villain Instagram. What the freak was that? What? You immediately took me out of the movie. Not that I was invested, but you took me out by saying that there's a villain Instagram. And I bet the creators thought that was creative and hilarious, but it's stupid. And Kim is subdued by a electric eel, and she says, I've always been afraid of electric eels. Don't know if she ever said that in the cartoon, but I don't think that Kim Possible in our cartoon would have sat there and whined like a little baby and expected Ron to do everything. This movie is so bland, and it follows every new movie cliche out there. That this movie wasn't made for me, but in taking something so nostalgic from my childhood, it's made for me, just to punch me in the face. It's basically everyone in my generation basically got, our hands thrown in blenders and asked to drink it while watching this movie. Is what had happened to us. No, and I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. Maybe that's why I'm ranting. I was busy writing a puzzle shipping fanfic last night, and I'm not even kidding, and I'm not even lying. Find me on Wattpad. I'm done ranting about this movie. Did I like this movie? God, no, I hated it. I hated every minute of it. I'm upset about it, and Disney better stop. Okay? Am I just that old that all the new stuff sucks, or does it really suck that bad? I don't know. I don't watch this movie. This movie is a pile of hot garbage floating down the river in Bird Box. So I would recommend highly to find the original series. I think there are 4 seasons and there are 2 movies. Watch those. You will enjoy those a lot more, believe me.